Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. Saudara pengurusi majlis, saya mulakan dengan mengalu-alukan Dev Kehormat di saf paling hadapan, sahabat saya, Datuk Seri Dr. Samsul Anwar Nasara, Timbalan Menteri Dalam Negeri, Tan Sri Razarudin Hussein, Inspector General Polis. Saya juga mengalu-alukan Tan Sri Adib dari Alpine, Datuk Sri Ayub, Deputy Inspector General Polis. Rakan saya dari mewakili KDN, Timbalan Ketua Setiausaha, Datuk Halim Abdul Rahman, Datuk Mazan, sekalian para hadirin. It is indeed an honor for me as the Executive Head of the Ministry of Home Affairs Malaysia to be invited by the organizers to present this keynote address on the topic of strengthening national and regional security, navigating peace and resilience in a complex world. AISSE serves as a platform to address four critical objectives that align closely with ASEAN's vision for resilience and prosperity. Building sustainable industries and global development, enhancing competitiveness and resilience through technology, fostering regional cooperation for ICT and cybersecurity, and strengthening global contributions and partnerships. Security issues have dominated the news in this ever-changing global climate and political landscape. Security concerns are not new, as history has shown that security is an overriding factor for the sustainability of all great civilizations. Failure to identify and address security concerns has either created disharmony or disintegrated the peace and development of nations. Since all of us here, I believe, wish for a peaceful and resilient nation with a common goal to achieve development, Malaysia and its ASEAN partners need to work together to strengthen national and regional security. To monitor this progress, the Global Peace Index has been a key indicator used for some time now by most nations, including Malaysia, in assessing peace and security, because GPI provides a comprehensive, data-driven analysis of global peacefulness, covering 99.7% of the world's populations. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, GPI is an index that measures peacefulness using 23 indicators, which are categorized in three main domains. Number one, societal safety and security. And this includes factors like the numbers of homicides, the level of political terror, and the presence of organized crime. Number two, ongoing domestic and international conflict. And this assesses the number of duration of internal and external conflicts and related death. And number three, degree of militarization. And this evaluates military expenditure, arms imports, and the number of armed forces personnel. And the GPI 2024 report is the 18th edition produced by the Institute for Economic and Peace, IEP, which ranks 163 independent states and territories according to their level of peacefulness. And I'm proud to highlight here that Malaysia has been ranked 10th place from the top order in the report. And these successes are indeed the culmination of hard work and dedicated planning, monitoring, and implementation spearheaded by Royal Malaysian Police as the leading law enforcement agency in the country, and supported by 9 other agencies and an independent commission under the arms of Ministry of Home Affairs Malaysia. However, the Asia-Pacific region, which includes ASEAN members, recorded a slight deterioration in peacefulness in the 2024 GPI's report, with the overall score deteriorating by 0.1%. And although the Asia-Pacific region remains the second most peaceful region in the world, a position which it has held since 2017, the decline in peacefulness was driven by a 2.4% deterioration in the militarization domain and a 1.6% increase in the ongoing conflict domain. And the safety and security domain was the only domain to improve due to substantial improvement in the violent demonstrations and homicide rate indicators. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in the ASEAN region, fostering peace and security amidst complex modern challenges is pivotal. In the region's heart, Malaysia must vigorously plan and execute security measures in advance to ensure no lapse occur. In addition, cross-intelligence sharing among its regional partners is also essential to establish a safe buffer zone in this region to curtail the widespread impact of conflicts, especially with the growing instability and wars in the Gaza Strip, Russia, Ukraine, and Sudan, to name a few. As you are aware, violent conflicts have led to and are leading to mass displacement and suffering involving millions globally. Military interventions are not always the solution to resolve conflicts. They often fail to resolve underlying political and social issues, potentially aggravating conflicts and reducing options for sustainable peace. Therefore, leaders must be brave enough to address inequalities and injustices in a fair and transparent environment without prejudice. Why? You may ask. This is because conflicts occur at a great cost. Not only do they disrupt development, but they also create everlasting agony and trauma for those people who are directly and indirectly affected. The aftermath of the conflict takes generations, wherever and whenever possible, to rebuild and recover. But one must remember that some losses, especially humans, cannot be replaced. Peace building and civilizational engagement, therefore, is vital for achieving sustainable development and fostering inclusive, multicultural, and multi-regional societies. It is important not to ignore the growing transnational crime threats, including human trafficking, migrant smuggling, illicit drug trades, cybercrime, maritime piracy and trafficking in environmental resources, firearms, and counterfeit goods. According to the recently published report by United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, October 2024, on transnational organized crime and convergence of cyber-enabled fraud, underground banking, and technological innovation in Southeast Asia, a shifting threat landscape, page number 3, it was disclosed that despite mounting enforcement efforts, cyber-enabled fraud has continued to intensify, resulting in estimated financial losses between 18 billion and 37 billion US dollar from scams targeting victims in East and Southeast Asia in 2023. Most of these losses were attributed to scams committed by organized crimes group in Southeast Asia. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's clear from the report that ASEAN certainly faces several significant security challenges, which is a direct threat to regional peace if not taken seriously. Therefore, the Malaysian government has outlined several strategies for strengthening national security under the Madani principles. Malaysia Madani lays out by the Honorable Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's vision of a civilized, skilled, and inclusive society based on 6 core values: sustainability, prosperity, innovation, respect, trust, and compassion. As for ASEAN partners, the role of international cooperation and trust building must be taken to the next level. The upcoming 47th ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur this year will be a cornerstone occasion in which all ASEAN leaders will be present and shared platform to discuss regional security, law enforcement, collaboration, and information sharing. And the 47th ASEAN Summit is evidence of a concerted effort to enhance regional security and solidify the ASEAN partnership. And this summit echoes the ASEAN Political Security Community's call, which agreed that ASEAN should remain cohesive, responsive, and relevant in addressing regional peace and security challenges and play a central role in shaping the evolving regional architecture. At every foreign visit and opportunity, the Malaysian government remains steadfast in its focus on improving the security and quality of life of all citizens. This commitment was powerfully demonstrated by a signing of Memorandum of Understanding between the government of Malaysia and the United Arab Emirates last week. This MOU places cutting-edge technology at the heart of efforts to build safer and more secure communities. I was honored to be part of this milestone with the MOU signed with His Excellency Muhammad Hassan Al-Suwaidi, the UAE's Minister of Investment. And through the Malaysia Madani Artificial Intelligence Initiative, this partnership will harness the transformative power of artificial intelligence, advanced data analytics, and high-performance computing to combat crime, deter terrorism, and enhance public safety. It reflects a shared commitment to leveraging technology as a force for good, protecting lives, advancing innovation, and delivering meaningful change. Artificial intelligence is undoubtedly a game changer, but it comes with dual potential. While it offers unprecedented opportunities to enhance security, it also presents new risks as perpetrators of crime are increasingly adopting AI for malicious purposes. And this reality leaves us no choice but to accelerate our adoption of AI in the fight against crime. We must prioritize upskilling our workforce, mastering these advanced tools, and developing innovative solutions to counter emerging threats. I am particularly encouraged that AISSE’25 has dedicated session on AI, offering a platform for thought leaders and practitioners to explore strategies, share insights, and advanced collaborative approaches in leveraging AI to strengthen our defenses. Together, we must ensure that AI becomes a shield of protection, not a tool of harm. And before I end my speech, I want to reiterate the importance of continuously using JPI findings as a guiding reference that underscores the public's trust in security efforts taken by the government for sustainable peace. I, too, urge that all government machinery, particularly the law enforcement agencies under the Ministry of Home Affairs, live up to the trust given with due diligence, integrity, and professionalism in upholding the values enshrined by the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution of Malaysia, and human rights values in protecting the people of this country, irrelevant of their status as citizen or non-citizen. It is also important to continue advocating and implementing community-oriented strategies that have raised public awareness of safety and security. Government agencies should strive to bridge relationships by promoting cost-effective programs that benefits ordinary people's needs. Active engagement with vulnerable groups must be carried out to promote inclusivity and to share government policies as well programs. As for the ASEAN regional partners, I humbly seek your unwavering support and sharing of information that will help us build a shared goal to foster a resilient and push a peaceful future and be adaptable to the complexities of the modern world. We must work together to make this region safe, free, and independent of all forms of security threats, including extremism and terrorism. On the part of Government of Malaysia, I once again reaffirm Malaysia's commitment to all partners of the ASEAN community that Malaysia will invoke and sustain a balance of substantial security measures concerning human rights and peace building. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I thank you.
YB Minister, we cordially request you to remain on stage for a short while as we proceed for the next sequence of the program. Thank you, sir.